Bossies.
I'm Danni.
And I'm Tiff.
And this is BosSIS, where ambition meets sisterhood.
And we talk about the highs, the lows, and everything in between where female entrepreneurship is concerned. And today, we will be talking about the importance of setting boundaries within your business. Boundaries.
Good old boundaries.
Yes. So listen, what is boundaries? Let's talk about what is boundaries. So if you had to define boundaries, what would you say boundaries looks like in your business?
When you set boundaries, you're drawing a line and you're very clear on where you stand.
Indeed.
You make it extremely clear so nobody can cross that boundary.
Yeah, I definitely think being clear and having clarity is really an important part of setting boundaries. I think that for your customers, for your employees, for any stakeholders in your business, it's really important that you have clear expectations. And I think that starts from the beginning. Have you ever had a time where like boundaries wasn't exhibited from the beginning and then you had to play cleanup later?
Is my middle name Linda?
Yes.
Have I?
Yes. Yes. Talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Whew. Okay. So you have to set boundaries with your employees, right? All the time. Because I like to create an environment for my staff where they feel like family.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I like that family environment. I don't want anybody to think that they're above anyone, below anyone. Like, we're just all together for the common goal as a family. I also like to keep an open door policy. So with the open door policy, I make them feel comfortable to come and talk to me about anything. But once you start to forget that even though I'm making this comfortable for you and that I'm not still your employer, that's when I have to draw the line.
Right.
So if an employee starts to be like, hey girl, instead of addressing me as Miss Danni, if they did cross that line, where it's like, hey girl or Danni, it's like, where did I go wrong to have you think that you can be that comfortable with me where you don't have that same respect of holding me as your employer?
So what do you do to reel them back in?
Just have a conversation.
Okay. Please tell me what that conversation looks like. I would love to know.
So I don't have to be nasty.
Right.
I can just, I ask a question like, what did you just call me?
Right.
No, it's Miss Danni.
Right.
Oh, Miss Danni, I thought we was cool with. No, we are on good terms.
Indeed.
We're in a good space. But I'm not going to have you address me like I'm your girlfriend.
Right.
Because I'm still your employer. And when you say it like that, they're like, oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
No problem. But if I was to say it nasty, then I feel like I would get, resistance or anger. Yeah. And it's just all about your delivery and how you communicate with them.
I totally agree. I've had so many situations like that too. I've had situations, especially like in the beginning. I've had situations where people thought that they were your friend. Yes. You know what I mean? And that was my mistake. Mm-hmm. And I realized that was my mistake. I had to slowly, unfortunately, in some situations, people weren't able to come back in. And then I just had to eliminate. Right. And unfortunately, it was my error. Right. But I know moving forward how not to make that mistake again and how to fix the mistake with the next group of employees.
Yes.
And that alone has been a real gem in my business now, because now we have real boundaries. They understand who I am, what my role is, how far I'm willing to go. And it doesn't mean that I can't be the therapist, I can't be the sister, I can't be the friend, but they know that right here in this space is where that's going to end. It's not going to happen on the phone. We're not going to communicate at night. The same way I say that my hours are like 9 to 5, I respect their time too, and that's a really big thing. So boundaries in a workplace can really make or break your business.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
And sometimes we have to set boundaries with our consumers too.
Oh
right?
my goodness.
So
yes.
Because if I like to give out my personal phone number to the families of our childcare business. Indeed. And when you use my phone number outside of business, or if you're just using my phone number to connect on a personal level, I might ignore it, especially if it's after business hours. Mm-hmm. But then the very next day, I might say like, "Hey, I noticed that you sent me a message, but we like to keep it particularly to business. If you can just respect that and and everybody's pretty much okay with it.
I'm glad you said that because I feel like boundaries are definitely up to us as entrepreneurs to make. We always get in the habit. I've been around people who are like, oh, they're calling me. It's after business hours. But it's up to you just to create that boundaries, and we kind of have to teach people how we want to be treated. And I feel like when you're consistent in that, they do learn, and you never even have to say a word sometimes. Like for me, I too give out my cell phone number, but we talked about this in an earlier episode. I got 2 phones, so you can have a cell phone number, but I have another phone. So when I'm ready to turn off, I can turn off without having to necessarily say, hey, like, don't call me after 5.
Right.
And so I created that space for myself.
And it's all about delivery. I still make them feel cared for. I still let them know. I still respect them and give them the same welcome that we normally give them. But they just know, like, okay, I went a little too far by thinking that she was my girlfriend. So let's reel it back. And we're all.
So outside of work, right? Yes. Like we're not even talking about at work now. What about like friendship and business? What boundaries do you create in that space? Because I get that question a lot. Are we... should I not hire my friend? Should I hire my friend? Should I provide a service to my friend? Should I not provide a service? And I think that comes with boundaries. How do we create those boundaries?
I think that's hard. I think it's so hard to go from being girlfriends outside of work and then coming to work and having to...
But can it be done? Can it be done? Honestly, what's your percentage? Like if you had to say...
Everything is possible.
Okay.
Anything is possible. But I've seen a lot of friendships ruined.
Yep.
From working for your friend.
Oh, yeah.
Only because you have an expectation. That's your friend's business.
Yeah.
So you want to live up to their expectation. You want to see that their business is doing well. But the minute that there's a shift, it's hard to bounce back from that.
It is.
It could be a shift where a person could be giving you, your employer friend could be giving you constructive criticism. And if you're not in a space to receive it.
I agree, totally.
Now you're mad at that friend. Now you're not speaking. Now you can't hang outside of work anymore because now you guys are starting to draw boundaries. That's hard.
I agree, but I do think that a lot of that comes from people just not being clear from the beginning. Like that conversation has to be had from day one before you sign the dotted line, before you say you're going to work with a friend, whether as an employee or as a customer. Listen, I'm your friend, but this is my expectation. Yes. And if those expectations are not set from day one, I do see that it is difficult. And most people do not have the ability to do that. Unless
you have to be honest with yourself.
You got to be honest with yourself. Yeah, for sure.
You have to be honest with yourself. Yeah, because I hate to see people fall out.
It sucks. It really does.
From working for a friend, but it does happen. But then you have besties in business like us, right?
For sure.
And we found a way to make it work.
Yep.
But I guess it just depends on the person.
Well, what I will ask is this. So I have one more question. A lot of the times friends think that just because they are your friend and they do patronize your business, that they have access. They have access not only to you, but to your product or to what you offer. Yeah. And they don't have to pay or follow the same rules as everybody else. How do you handle that?
Oh, yeah.
Because I've experienced that multiple times.
I'm a pushover. I'm just going to be honest.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah, I'm not good at it.
Really?
I'm not good at it.
Yeah. What's hard about it? What for you, what's the challenge?
In my mind, I'm like, I appreciate you for supporting me.
Right.
So I want to give you a discount.
Right.
But I don't expect discounts when I'm supporting someone else's business.
Right.
I pay full price because I just want to support your business.
I want to support you. But
some people, like you said, they feel like, oh, well, since you're my friend, are you going to look out?
Or they'll be okay.
And it's like, I'm a pushover because I don't have it in me to be like, no, this is my business. And I need you to pay full price because I'm your friend, because you would pay full price somewhere else.
Well, I think that I experienced the same thing. I just learned how to work around it. And one of the things that I've worked around is, my workaround has been putting somebody else there. Like there is a barrier blocker for me. Like I don't ever have to talk about money with a friend. I'm not doing that. Like, I'm just not, because it's never going to end up well. Right. So I put somebody in that place. And a lot of the times, even if it's not somebody that's hired, I will have somebody, I'll call them like, listen, I need you to act as this person right now. Mm-hmm. And it's not acting per se, but in this space, I need your help. I need you to step into my business and help me. Can you please be my tuition person? Can you please be my person collecting these payments? Because I don't want to be in that position. And I can separate it. I don't now have to take it personally when you know my situation and I'm telling you that this is what I need and you're still not doing it. It's somebody else there. That's and smart. They're kind of able to diffuse that.
That's smart.
So maybe even in situations where you do have to talk about money or you got to talk about uncomfortable things with friends, maybe you need to get somebody else to do it.
I like that.
Yeah. And that's cool.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So what about family? Family and boundaries and business. Oh my goodness. I could talk for hours about that. But family, business, boundaries. What's that look like?
My mom.
We not going to do Anjun. No.
My mom. That is my girl.
Anjun, we love you.
And my mom supports our business like it's hers.
Yes, she does.
She shows up every day. She's only a volunteer.
Yes, she does.
But when I say she still is my mom, so if I'm like, hey, I need you to go and do, who you talking to? I'm like, Mom, you can't talk to me like that in front of the other employees here. Oh, because I'm like, well, you're not my boss. I'm the mother here. And I'm like, Mom.
And that's exactly why my mom doesn't work for me.
And I know she doesn't mean it like that, but it's just natural for her to be like, who are you talking to? Mm-hmm. And it's like, dang. So, I mean, it's fine. It's just, it's those moments where, Mom, I'm sorry, I love you to death, but right. I'm harder on you than everybody else. And she'll be like, you embarrassed me and you pointed me out in front of everybody. And I'm like, because you're my mom. And I don't want them to think I have favoritism or anything. Like, I have to show that I'm not being biased. But for everyone else, I'm a little bit more softer, or I guess you would say a little bit more professional, you know. Right. And the same thing with her. Because I'm her daughter, I have to remind her, like, Mom, we have to be professional. So
right. One thing, that's hilarious. I have had family work for me. And there are times where other staff are aware that that person is my family. But then there's times where I'm like, listen, when you go in here, nobody is related. I don't know you. Yes. You don't know me. Yes. And we have kept that tone since day one.
That's right.
And that actually probably works better. Because even with the staff people that they know we may be related, or we have some type of outside connection, it's always going to come back. Somebody's always going to say, oh, you only treat this person better because they're your family. No, it's not. That's not the case. But, you know, that's what the masses would assume. So
that's how you should do it.
Yeah, like if that's going to happen, and trust me, I don't even do it with everybody, but if I did do it, that conversation is definitely had from day one. Like, nah, we can't go in here with people knowing
that's right
that we together. Like, that's not going to happen.
And another one of my family members works for us, and she says it all the time. Right. Listen, some people in here don't know that I'm your cousin,
right.
And I'm okay with keeping it like that, you know, because it's a business and it's professional.
Right.
And I'm like, that's dope. Like, that's cool that you're telling me that, because you get it, you know, and that's what's up. I like that.
Yep. So what about boundaries with, like, money and opportunity? Like, I'm going to give you an example. There's been plenty of opportunities that have been presented to me. I get opportunities presented every day, and I'm like, people are like, well, can you do this? Are you willing to do this? I'll pay you this for that. Are you able to do this? Do you create boundaries in that space? Because I know I do. I'm like, I only do things that I know I can actually either do or I actually enjoy.
Yes.
But then I know plenty of people who will take every opportunity and then they're burnt out because they took the opportunity.
Yep.
So how do you feel about that?
I know from experience that I work well with you.
Yes.
So when people come to me and say, hey, I want to be a silent investor, or hey, I'm looking for a partner for childcare, I always say no, because I know that I work well with you.
Right.
I could be passing up an opportunity, but in my mind, I'm not going for, like you said, putting so much on my plate and going after everything. I stay in my lane.
Yep.
I stick to what I know, and I work with who I know I work with best.
I agree. And I also think that, like, one thing to always evaluate, like, when that happens is, does it match your own personal core values?
Absolutely.
So as a business, we have, like, core values as businesses. We have mission statements and vision statements and all of that. But you personally, doesn't match your core values. And if it doesn't match your core values, you probably shouldn't be doing it. Yes. Because it's just going to be for either a check, and we already know that checks don't take us too far.
Exactly.
So yeah.
And like you said, I also want to be happy. Yes. I enjoy what I do.
Yes.
I enjoy working with you.
Indeed. I enjoy working with you.
You see what I'm saying? Yes. I'm not going to put myself in a position where I could possibly just be doing something to make someone else happy, or to follow someone else's path or their dream or what they see for me. And then it's like, now I'm unhappy, you know? So I'd rather just stay in my lane.
I agree totally. So what about time? Time is a big one, right? We always hear the saying time is money, right? What does that mean to you? How do you protect your time? How do you protect that? Because time to me is an investment. So how do you protect your time?
Time is definitely money. And sometimes you have to really have a conversation with yourself.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, my goodness.
So I was in a situation before where I went to work for a friend.
Oh, yeah.
This was recently. Shout out to my girl, Zori.
Hey,
Thriving
Zori.
Children Therapy.
Hey.
Love her. So, yes, I went to go work for my girl. And I realized that my time with my own business and my time in her business, they weren't seeing eye to eye. They weren't meeting. And I was putting more effort into mine and less effort into hers.
That's a really good example.
And as a friend, I had to have a conversation with myself like, I can't do that because I want to see your business successful and I want to see you do well.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be the cause of you getting a bad name from one of your therapists in your business because I can't be as present as I would like to be.
I think that's really
so I had that conversation.
Plenty of people will still go ahead and collect that check.
Oh, no.
And that is absolutely, definitely a part of being accountable. So
absolutely.
hats off to you because I've been in that situation. Not me personally, but I've seen people that have done that in my business. Like, you know, I need a job. I need a place, some stability. Mm-hmm. But you know that you're not really able to give me that stability because your mind is elsewhere. And that's totally okay. But then you're not necessarily willing to have that honest conversation with me and say, hey, look, I'm not able to do this right now. This doesn't fit. I respect you more or respect the situation more with honesty. So, yeah, hats off to you. That's awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah. I had to just be honest. And she received it well. It was such a great conversation. She was like, no problem. I'll take you out. Like,
love it.
Good luck with everything that you're working on. And I hope everything works out because at the time we were really short staffed.
Yeah.
And she was like, girl, it's fine. So that really made me feel good. But I also wonder if it made her feel good as well. Like, thank God that she was honest with me and just told me.
I'm sure it did.
Instead of wasting my time.
I'm sure it did. Because there's nothing like having a friend and be like, oh my God, I don't want to fire my friend.
Yes.
I really don't want to fire this girl. Please, Lord, let her do it herself.
Yeah.
I've been in that situation. So
I'm sorry. Can I say something?
Go for it. What?
Since we're talking about boundaries.
Let's go.
I don't associate friendship with support.
Okay. Explain.
There are people... And they have said it to me. I've seen it on social media. I've heard people say it about others. Mm-hmm. If you don't support my business, you're not my friend.
Definitely heard that before.
Our friendship has nothing to do with with you supporting my business.
Right.
Our friendship is based on what we made it. Do I know that you love me and you want to see me successful?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And we can have those conversations, but there may not be a way for you to support my business, right? Or you may not choose to. So for example, with social media, some people will say, all it takes is a post. A post is free. I don't expect my friends to post our business.
And then be in your feelings when they don't.
I'm never in my feelings when they don't. If I choose to post somebody's business or if somebody chooses to post mine, it's genuine. But when it feels forced, like, oh, you not supporting my business? Now you got people just going on there to do it. And it's like, come on, y'all. Like, we're friends.
Right. We don't have to do this.
We don't have to do this.
I agree.
Some people support silently, right? Totally. They can support with advice. They can support by, I'm proud of you. Just words. Yep. It doesn't have to be a financial support, and it doesn't have to be a public support.
Yep.
It can just be whatever it is that y'all have between each other.
Totally agree with you. I agree. I've experienced that. And I do, again, think it all comes back to where we started in the beginning. Honesty, clarity.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I think that's a great point, and we just need to keep it keep it right there. As long as we're honest with each other, we don't even have these problems. And that's really what it's about.
I do. It's maturity, too.
It's definitely maturity.
It is.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up, guys. But today, we talked about boundaries as a boss. Our first point, every opportunity is in alignment. Some are just distractions wearing dollar signs.
Sometimes friendship doesn't equal access, and that's okay.
You can still love your family and say no. It's okay.
And remember, time is money.
It's
okay?
money.
You don't have to say yes to everything, and it's okay to stay in your lane.
Yep.
So we had a great episode.
Yes, we did. Yes. That was a great conversation. And you guys, don't forget to stay boss, sis. That was all right?